The Suzuki drz400s is a legendary machine. Unchanged for over 2 decades, it has amassed a legion of supporters and a fair share of detractors. In 2024, critics argue that it's too heavy, it's undersprung, it's underpowered. They might have a point, but for those who appreciate its unique charm, here are 5 reasons why I love my Suzuki drz400s. Built more like a tank than a sports car, it's known for its bulletproof reliability. It's a bike that's ready to go whenever and wherever you are with minimal fuss. I recently read a story about a man who left his bike, his DRZ, out in the rain for 6 months. He turned it back on when the rain was clear, and she rode without a problem. Now, I've never done anything so extreme to my bike because I love my bike, but I have dropped it numerous times in varying degrees of severity.
Well, my kickstand wasn't down.
Some hard, some not, and the bike has never complained. Short from a little spillage of gas here and there, I just pick the bike up, hold down that starter button, and she fires right up and back on the trail I ride. The critics say the drz400 is a little bit too heavy to be a competent off-road bike, and they're right if you gotta pick up your bike like 13 times a day, but it's not really that bad. If you consider the adventure bikes that everybody's riding are like 400 to 500 pounds, the DRZ is really in the sweet spot where it's a very light adventure bike and a pretty heavy dirt bike or dual sport. I've heard many a time people say the drz400 is a pig, and it is a pig. But it's a very capable pig. It'll take any trail that you take it on. If you're ballsy enough to just roll on that throttle, it'll do highway speeds. It'll go 60, 70, 80 for hours. It'll even go all the way up to 90. It is just terrifying up there. And at 60, 70, it's pretty dang buzzy, but it'll do it with no complaints. Dual sports in general are incredibly versatile, but the DRZ in particular is so well suited to becoming anything you want it to be. You want a light ADV bike, a bigger tank, and some soft luggage. You want a better bike on the single track, suspension upgrades, and maybe a big bore kit. These bikes are solid when stock, but they're perfect for molding themselves into whatever your vision of a perfect bike is. In a world where adventure bikes are quickly becoming, 20, 30, 40 grand, the DRZ is like the Arizona T of dual sports. They are keeping it real with low cost barrier of entry. This bike is affordable. The parts are affordable. It's got insane aftermarket support, like I already mentioned. The oil changes are cheap. The maintenance intervals are huge. The bike is really just super affordable to own and ride. It's already reliable, so if you break it, the cost to fix it is much, much less than, say, like a Husqvarna would be or a BMW. And while you might be getting loads more performance, you're also getting loads more hassle. Alright, reason number 4 is kind of a cop-out, but it's just a dang fun bike to ride. It's got low end torque, so it does wheelies like nothing else. It's reliable, so you're not really that worried about it when you drop it or when you're just in the middle of nowhere. You have faith in your bike to keep on running. I've never really felt like it was that heavy. I mean, it's 300 and some pounds, so if you can't pick that up, maybe you should hit the gym. It's just a really good bike for beginners or people who are intermediate level. A fantastic platform, and it's been unchanged for like 20 something years, so the technology is stupid reliable, stupid simple. You can fix it trail side with a frickin' fishing hook and a screwdriver. I mean, it's just an awesome bike. Alright, reason number 5 is the community. Regardless of what's wrong with your bike, you can bet some dude out there has had the same problem. I had some strange front end suspension sort of sounds going on, and
I found out about the steering bearings on the DRZ are often not well lubricated from the factory, so it can result in some strange sounds coming from your steering. So through a guide that was posted like 14 years ago, I was able to take it apart and re-grease it. By owning a DRZ, you're joining this elite group of off-road riders, and I'm just kidding, they're not elite at all. Often they are beginner riders like myself, or old grizzled vets that have decided that reliability is much more important than just about any other factor that you can have on a bike. And you can't really blame them, because you can have all the power in the world, but if your bike doesn't run anymore, or your bike breaks down and leaves you stranded, well, then you're going to be pushing your bike home, and regardless of the aforementioned power or capability of your bike, if it's not running or it leaves you stranded, you're fricked. So there are 5 things that I love about my DRZ. What are some of your favorite things? Are there any other bikes that you're interested in? I've been checking out the Husqvarna 701 for a little while. That bike looks incredible. Highway proficiency with off-road capability, insane. Let me know in the comments.
Wheels and wild, we're on the ride through the dust and dirt. We'll be side